This is part 11, Confronting the Neighbors. Janelle thought one or both of her neighbors could be involved in Cosmo's disappearance. She was so persistent that neighbor number 2 obtained a no trespass order from the sheriff's department. It meant Janelle could no longer go to her property because Janelle wouldn't stop confronting her about the bird. Both neighbors spoke with me initially on the phone, but I wanted to read their reactions during a face-to-face conversation. Neighbor 1 originally agreed to meet with me over coffee, then ghosted me and wouldn't answer calls or texts. I hadn't been able to nail anything down with neighbor 2 either. But I'd already traveled 4 hours to Williams, so I just went to their houses. I didn't call first. This is a rural area. Most of the homes are set back from the road, behind gates, or down gravel drives. The first house I came to belonged to neighbor 2, the one who had asked about having the guy across the street shoot a bird. She had a locked gate. I parked my car on the side of a dirt road, thinking about what to do, when a van drove by and stopped at the gate. I grabbed my recorder, ran from my car, and caught up with the driver. It was neighbor number 2's adult daughter going up to the house. Excuse me. Hi.
Hi.
Are you?
I am.
I'm Samantha. I work at the Oregonian, and I'm doing a story about Cosmo the crow. And I'm trying...
Still?
Yes.
Okay. My kids were deathly afraid of that bird. We couldn't play outside because he would dive bomb them. He was dangerous to be around children, and I have small dogs that he would also attack, so I couldn't have the dogs outside. I couldn't have the kids outside. He would be in the trees and swooping. And if we went on walks, he would be swooping. My aunt was outside taking a picture of the kids climbing in the tree, and he came down and bit her hand from holding the phone up. He came and drew blood on her. There was a definite danger and fear of being outside.
Eventually, her mom, neighbor 2, joined our conversation at the gate.
That's what we tell the kids, that he found his family, he's with his flock, acting like a bird. We just try to re-educate them that they're just, they're not dangerous.
It's a wild animal.
They're a wild animal. They're not dangerous if you don't tame them, though.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
It's exactly the same with the bear. When they feed the bears, it ruins the bear. The bear has to be killed because it can't stop coming to humans for food.
She reiterated that she didn't know what happened to Cosmo.
I don't know how many people live on this road. We don't know where all he went. We know he was drawn to kids. Not everybody's on social media. Not everybody's going to call 911 and call ODF and wildlife images. Who can help with this problem in a humane way? Most people are going to go, there's a pest. I'm going to kill the pest.
Yeah.
And not talk about it on Facebook.
And finally, I asked about that bird hitman request neighbor 3 remembered.
I didn't ask him to shoot Cosmo. I said, because we were talking about, and he had shot raccoons, that they were bothering getting into the dog food or whatever. I've got them, they come in on the back porch, and I'm like, what do you do about raccoons? He's like, meh, I shot him. I said, yeah, but would you shoot a bird in this neighborhood? I can see a raccoon. They get huge. That's a big target. But a bird is like as big as your microphone.
So she was talking hypotheticals in the context of a conversation around outdoor pests. Her candor in talking with me and her explanation seemed to make sense. And that made me even more determined to talk to neighbor number 1. I also went to her house, and the gate was open, so I drove in.
Hello, doggy.
Once I was over the hill, I saw signs posted on the trees that said, "We don't dial 911," and "Violators will be shot, survivors will be reshot." The resulting conversation wasn't great. Neighbor number 1 came out onto her porch and said she wasn't interested in talking with me or participating in a story. She again said she didn't kill the bird, and she used several expletives, saying that nobody cares what happened to a bleeping bird more than a year and a half ago. We talked on the porch for a few more minutes before neighbor 1 asked me to leave, and I did, with no more answers than I had before. As I was leaving, neighbor 1 said that I would never find out what happened to Cosmo. Never seems harsh. In the next episode, I can't let go of the idea that Cosmo might still be out there.